Yeah, Noah, with fall sports wrapping up and winter sports just getting started, there's a lot going on with Hawkeye sports. Last night was an exciting night for the Iowa volleyball team as they took on Rutgers. The Iowa women looked to snap a 3-game losing streak as they welcomed Rutgers into Carver Hawkeye Arena Wednesday night. Iowa jumped out to an early lead, taking the first 2 sets by a score of 25-16 and 25-13. But in the 3rd set, the Hawkeyes could not put Rutgers away as the Scarlet Knights came back to take the set 25-23. Unfortunately for Rutgers, the Hawkeyes did not want to go to a 5th set. The Hawks dominated the 4th set, and Ashley Mariana closed it out, recording her team-high 13th kill of the night. Iowa wins in 4 sets, 3-1. The Hawks' next matchup is Saturday night as they host top-ranked Nebraska in an attempt to break the record for volleyball attendance. With the home stretch coming up for the volleyball team, they will need to rely on their senior leadership going forward, and one senior in particular makes the Hawkeye offense run. Collin Murphy has more.
A native of Hawaii and a transfer from Missouri, Loxley Keala started every match for the Hawkeyes and led the team in assists in her junior season. After spending 2 years at Missouri, Keala broke out in her first season with the Hawks. In 33 matches, Keala posted 50-plus assists 7 or more times, 4 double-doubles, and had a season-high 52 assists against Pacific. Now in her senior season and her second full season with the Hawkeyes, Keala has come into her role as the full-time setter. As the quarterback of the offense, she has set up her teammates to have the 3rd best hitting percentage and has the 3rd most assists in the Big Ten Conference.
Well, Loxley's distributing the offense really well. She's feeling the flow and the tempo and rhythm of the game. She's seeing her hitters. She's knowing where the weakness in the block is. And now she's being more offensive with the ball. That really keeps your opponent out of balance.
I think that, because the balls are always in system, I'm able to see the block on the other side. And I think teams really aren't paying attention to me. And I think, especially for our offense to run with me being in the front row, I think it's good that now they need to start paying attention to me because that'll get holes for our outsides and for our backsides, and then we just keep exploring the holes in the block.
Not only is Loxley leading the team in assists, but she has 64 kills and is one of 4 players to start every match for the Hawkeyes.
She adds herself then as attacker that they have to think about. So all of that is part of her senior leadership and part of her experience and ability, and really proud of how she continues to grow and change because she's been working really hard this fall to do more and develop her game. So she's doing a great job.
With 3 games remaining on the schedule after Wednesday night's matchup against Rutgers, Keala will have to play a big part in her role if this team has any hopes of making the NCAA tournament. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Collin Murphy, Daily Iowan, TV Sports.
Like Collin said, the Hawkeyes will certainly need Keala to play a big role with a couple of matchups against top-ranked opponents to start out their season. Iowa softball freshman Alex Rath is defying all odds in college athletics. Rath shares her miraculous story with our own Aaron Erickson.
With a 1 in 35,000 chance of being detected, doctors diagnosed Alex Rath with congenital cystic edematoid malformation, otherwise known as CCAM. CCAM is a rare abnormality that occurs during pregnancy. The fetus develops a cystic mass on the lung, which causes it to grow at a proliferated rate.
Going through my mom's pregnancy, they found these cysts, you could call it, in myself, and I had the type 3, which is the most rare.
It's the most rare and causes the most impact on the fetus and the mother. Some of the impacts result in detrimental outcomes during and after pregnancy.
Going through, they said that she could abort her pregnancy or not, but she stuck through it.
Luckily, Rath was born with no complications. She progressed like any other kid would through her infancy and toddler years, but the permanent defects of CCAM remain a burden on her everyday life.
Warming up, I have to take a bit longer. My lungs aren't as strong as they should be, and my heart is shifted. I have scoliosis because of it, and I have uneven shoulders.
But even with these complications, Rath still considers herself one of the lucky ones.
For some reason, mine just went away, but normally they don't, and you have to have a surgery. So that's why my mom says it's a miracle.
And she is reminded of that every single day. As for being a Hawkeye, Rath sees herself as a role model for others who experience the same effects of CCAM.
it just makes you appreciate everything more, because people with this or even cancer or whatever else they may have don't get these like opportunities, and just having this opportunity makes you appreciate it that much more and shows people that even if you go through difficulties, you can make it to where you want to be.
Reporting for Iowa Softball, this is Aaron Erickson, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Iowa softball has a strict no jewelry policy during practice and games, but Coach Looper may want to make an exception in Rath's case. Tune in tomorrow as we give you the highlights from Iowa men's basketball's first big test of the season against Seton Hall tonight, as well as our final pregame football show of the semester, rounding out with Iowa at Illinois.